What's up, YouTube? And today I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine. So if you would like to learn how to do this look, just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I do, I start with my brows. I use this a little long now, but it's the Ruby Kisses eyebrow pencil in the shade dark brown. I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't do nothing special. I don't put any gels on there. I just take the spoolie and brush them up a little bit, and then I sort of just shape them out. Like, my hairs move very not really stubborn in where they go. I barely have any at the end for real anyway. Then I try to get in the middle of my nose when I start to draw them, and I do like a triangle shape. So I take it and I go to past where like this little curve in my eyebrow is. I just go straight up on both sides. And baby, I don't believe that like your eyebrows are sisters. Like, I hate that. I want them to be twins so bad. And then I take that end point and make a straight line down to the end. Right. So now I have like a little arc going. Then I go on the top and sort of do the same thing, but I just connect it. And I don't go all the way to the end of my brow when I do this, because I know I'm gonna feel it. Once I'm done doing that, I connect the bottom, but I don't include all my hairs. Then I'll just draw it in. I don't do the strokes, maybe because I don't know how, maybe because I don't like them. Like, I think I low-key just like them looking drawn. And then this is why I said I don't try to go like all the way to the end, because I end up taking my spoolie, and a lot of people go back, but if I'm trying to pull it like forward and fade it, I like to pull it this way. So I just do like this, and that sort of gets like my brow shape right at the end. At this point, I low-key can see the shape of my brow, see if I'm rocking with it so far, and then if I'm not, I fix it. Next, after I like the general coloring of my thing, and yes, I keep myself with a unibrow, not so much on me, I go in with two brushes, usually just one. Just use my one-hitter quitter. I don't know what type of brush this is, but this is just a flat, like rounded brush, very thin. And then this one, it is the Wet n Wild flat angle brush. And to what concealer that I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish. I use the shade medium golden, and I low-key feel like this is a tiniest bit too light. So I mix that concealer with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation, the shade 420. I don't feel like it's anything on the e.l.f. side, because baby, this is covered everything like that, and they literally have so many shades. It's just I never know which one to get, and therefore it's just not right. And then they give me a shade like this. We'll call that shade. First thing I do, I take the all flat brush and I start in the middle. I raise my eyebrows a little bit, like not too much, because I found like it looks weird when I drop them. But I raise it just enough, and you're just gonna follow your outline. I'm gonna use this one as well. I low-key could have just kept using that one, but to show y'all, I use the like, whatever side it's like sloped down on, that's what side I use going with the brow. Like, you get what I'm saying? I go in, and this is where I go like over those hairs that I said I don't include. And I low-key do raise my brow here, because I do like that dramatic arch. Even if I didn't draw one, I raise my brow, like it just comes together. You know what I mean? Like, because you're just giving that archway. The slope side goes towards the end of your brow. And so here I'm just dragging it down so it helps me blend it later. And I do that after I get like a good swoosh line going, just because, like I said, my goal is for them to be twins, not sisters. Whenever I feel myself having to curve my wrist, or I feel like I'm going over where I want my eyebrow to arch, I raise them all the way. I'm trying to talk, like everybody that know me knows I'm a yapper, but like baby, when I need to get my junk right, I gotta shut up. But for y'all, I'm gonna try to talk while I do it. And then don't forget that feathering motion. And then the end part, I hate the end, baby. That part give me every single time. Like, ooh, just work. And I low-key do the same thing at the top. I start in the middle and I follow my drawing. And then once again, I go out and I feather it. And I know some people, if you want to get more than one concealer, I heard you're supposed to use like a light concealer underneath your brow and then one that almost like matches your skin tone at the top. So I don't know if I necessarily do that, but I did want to share that tip. Maybe I'm not buying 2 concealers. I'm gonna take my sponge, and yes, I'm sponge girl over the brush. I don't wet it really. At first, I use a dry one, and then once I think I like the general shape of my brow, like I said, once I see it somewhat here, that's when I go in with a setting spray. Today, I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, but usually, if I was not out, I would use the Dewy Setting Spray, the Luminous and Set. Once I like it, I spray my thing, I spray my brows, and then I go in and fan it. And yes, I'm using my lash thing because I'm impatient. And while it's still a little bit wet, that's when I dab the thinner side of my blender under my eye, and then I use that side again to go inwards into my brow. So now this be the moment of truth, low key, this middle section here. So what I do is I make sure that the bigger part is at the top, thinner part at the bottom, because I low key like when like it looks angled, if that makes sense, in the shading. And so when I do that, I go in and basically just separate the two. Sometimes I'll go back in with my thing. If like you're seeing this and you're like, it's just not blending together, take a little bit of that same thing, put a little dab in the middle, and I mean a little dab, because I do not like when they look square at the ends. Some people do, some people don't, but I don't like that on my face personally. Go in, and then I just blend it. And sometimes I drag. I don't know if that's appropriate, but yeah. So after that, I go in a side, like triangle motion, triangle this way to taper that out more, and then a triangle that way. Then I just do the same thing. I drag, because like I know it moves it, but maybe sometimes that's what you need. And I low-key like blend whatever's over here under my eye, because I'm about to lighten that up anyway. I think I low-key did my brows a lot better just because I'm recording today. But yeah, I know y'all see it. T. I still go in and check every now and again just because I'm nitpicky and I want to make sure, because nobody's going to get me like I get myself. Like, no one's going to be critiquing me like I critique me. If I'm looking a mess at the eyebrow, I can't guarantee that somebody would tell me that. So I got to make sure like I'm feeling my brows before I even move on, baby. Okay? And I just go in until I feel like that's well blended. Now look at that, y'all. Y'all done finished our brows. And if I look cross-eyed doing that, not so much. After I do my brows, I go in and I put on my foundation. Baby, I just go ahead and put the foundation on the face. I don't got no pattern. And I do put foundation on my forehead. I go in with the bigger side of my blender. And baby, I just beat that in. But I make sure I like it to be even. So whatever side I put it on, that's just what I use. I try to blend this whole side out first. And again, I want to mention this. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation, shade 420. There's really nothing special to it. I just do. I don't drag on this though. I don't go into my neck. I just go like, I guess, over my jawline, because I feel like my foundation matched good enough. So now I feel like I got a nice base. I go back in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with the satin finish. And then I go in with the same brush I used for my brows. I do a little square here. I do a little square here. Of course, repeat on the other side. And then I go under my nose like a little mustache. Maybe to cover my mustache. Not bad. Then I give myself a little beard. Let's not pause and take screenshots, child. And just in case you're like searching for contour, I do not contour. I don't know if you can tell in the end result, but I do not use contour. Genuinely, I think it's just because I don't know how. Maybe in the future I'll contour my face. So after this step, I go in with my setting spray, which again is the Health Makeup Mist and Set. To set it, try it, and I try not to move, try not to move your face, period. Wait until it's not so shiny, and then I'll go in and blend. I go in with my beauty blender. Again, I only use the narrow, I didn't say this, I don't think, but I use the narrow side only for blending this out. And I want to lift my under eye, so I go in and I lift this to above my ear area. Baby, I go right into my edges. Anybody that doesn't, I don't know what to tell y'all, cause I don't want to make it look unblended, but I go right into the edges, child. I dab it into this area here. The reason I left that space is just so I don't have flashback. Once I feel like this side is very well blended, I'll go in and do this side. Okay, so now that my base is fully done, start doing my eyeshadow look. I go in. If you're doing a dramatic look, baby, go over again with this e.l.f. concealer just so it can pop. But I really don't care enough for my everyday to use it again, low key. The first thing I got this as a birthday gift, and the reason it's in quote is because it was my mommy's birthday, but I got it for me. From Sephora. It is the Sephora Pocket Palette in the Sun Shadows shade. You can tell it's been used, especially these two, which is what I'm about to go in with. I got this from Amazon. I don't know, just medium size, fluffy brushes. So I go in with my darkest color, which is this dark brown glittery color here in this palette. I go in and I pat that through the sides. I do it rounded. I don't do no special triangle or whatever. And bring it to about 2/3 up my eyebrow. Leaving this space and then this inner space here open. Once I do that, I dab into this darkest shade here that I think is the darkest shade. I go over it just so I know that it's dark. I low-key blend it into my brow because it had more of the hairs. This area that we left a little blank, I go in with everyone's starter eyeshadow, the little spongy foam, whatever that you get in every play kit. And I go into this lightest shade here. And I dab. It gets the shape together for me. See that triangle? I just go with it. I have hooded eyes, so I literally gotta make the circle for myself. And I circle it up here going into that darker shade. Cause if I put it just on my lid, baby, that's gone. It's gone, honey. It's not there. I drag it out a little bit here. Dab it into the bottom. And I drag it across the bottom, before you hit my pupil area, I drag it there. And that's just my regular little eyeshadow look. Oh y'all, this is how y'all know I'm just doing the real deal, real trill, because I almost could not find my lash glue. Before you put on your lashes, make sure that you set your makeup. I just thought about that. I am not no lash connoisseur. Baby, I can't even open the lash glue. It knows. Anyone that knows me knows, baby, me and my lashes, this will take longer than the whole makeup look. I cannot. But I do know a quick way of doing it that I found on TikTok. Bear with me, y'all. Take this with a grain of salt. Say a prayer, get the lash glue, and yeah. But the biggest tip I will give is get one with this tiny thin brush. Do not get that other one, especially if you heavy-handed. With me, baby, we can't do the one that come out like toothpaste. So I'm using some cat eyelashes from my local beauty supply. First thing I do, I put the lash glue actually on my eye, but I don't put it on my lashes. I put it almost as if I'm doing mascara. And I just go with my natural lash, especially this end, because baby, I hate that part. It hates me. Of course, I put it on the lash. And I know people say the thinner the glue, the better, but baby, I just go ahead and go into it. Whatever feel and look right to me, I cover it. Some people put that one little string of glue, but baby, I gotta put it everywhere because I am not about to play. off. I let it sit while I dry it. Just wait until it gets tacky, because if it's not going on there. I start with the inner corner. I lift it up. I just put it on there, child. I don't know. I just drop it on there. I line it up with that line that I put on my lash line. And make sure your ends are on there. Because, like, even if the middle, and I mean this by experience, even if the middle is not even on, and I mean not even glued on, you can pull the flashlight under it and the light will shine through. If the ends of your lashes are on, nobody's going to be able to tell. Like, no one's going to tell your lashes lifted as long as the ends are in. I don't really like smushing them anymore, but sometimes I'll do, depending on where I'm going, if I know I'm going to be out. But I'm not doing much today. I just know I'm going to get my hair done. So, like, my everyday, like, I just throw it on there, babes. And then I just repeat the same steps with my other eye. So now that I have my other lash on, hopefully they're looking similar. Now I just go in with my finishing touches. And with the same color that I use for the corners of my eye, this one here. Go on the tip of my nose in a little circle. And then on the bridge of my nose. And I take my finger. I don't know if we too bougie to use that nowadays, but I still use my finger. And I go in and blend that out. My next finishing touch, I just started doing this. I take my eyeliner, black. I don't know why, y'all. I started this on Halloween and never went back. I was a black cat, did this under my eye, and baby, I've been stuck ever since. Go under my eye, and I align it in black. And I hold my breath so I don't cry. Okay, period. I didn't want my lips to look chapped on the online, so I did put my lip gloss on. So let's just erase that like I didn't do it. Now we're dry lipped. I cannot find my regular lip liner. I use one from my beauty supply, but baby, right now we're gonna use what I use when I forget it. My eyebrow pencil. And yes, I have two. One for backup for my lip liner. Like, come on now. I have my lips. I'll go like this. I'm actually gonna use Honey Shine flavored lip gloss from Victoria's Secret. Shout out to my gal Alexis for getting this for me. But usually I do go in with my Mango Butter Broadway lip gloss that I get from my beauty supply. They're low-key the same thing, but the thing I like about this one is it's really not as sticky as the Broadway one. It smells so much better. Like, it smells good. And I don't even like honey. And yeah, y'all, so this is the final look. You know, you're ready to slay the day, okay? I feel like it's really cute, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you guys would like more makeup tutorials, maybe for a dramatic, like, going out look. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!